Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me here, the Master of Puppets, today looking at yet another barrel-aged beer. This time from Port Brewing. Today guys we're going to be looking, and I've already reviewed this one way back in the day, I think it's like 2010 or 11, but this is the Port Brewing Older Viscosity. Now I've had the regular old Viscosity when I was in San Diego at the brewery, but I also had this older Viscosity version, but that was in, I think it was a 2009 vintage I had, in the old tall neck bottles. That one didn't carbonate, and that was, I remember that was a bummer. I think I gave that like an 89, but it's not really a stout, it's not really a porter. According to Tommy Arthur himself, it's a black barley wine. That's what he calls it, because it doesn't, he says it doesn't really have the same roasty flavors and whatnot. So, black barley wine, black American strong ale, something along those lines. It's a big 12%, kind of, well, black, let's call it American strong ale. That's easier. Or black barley wine, whatever you want to call it. On 12%. They aged this for at least 6 months in Heaven Hill bourbon barrels. And this one is also the only beer from the Port Brewing line that is in one of these smaller cork and cage bottles. I think it's the only cork and cage bottle from the Port Brewing side of things. So yeah, I actually bought this here. I can't really find, I think this is the 2013 vintage. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm not entirely sure because it's smeared on the label. It looks like it says 2013. I think it is. But yeah, it doesn't look too carbonated like this time around either, but it definitely has some carbonation. But there it is. And I mean, it looks like an imperial stout in the glass. I do get some kind of reddish hues on the side. The head that was there was like a small off kind of, well, more of a tan head. Yeah, but let's show the aroma. Yeah, well, I'm getting a touch of alcohol heat in this one, but a lot of bourbon and nutty notes. Yeah. Yeah, the alcohol is definitely much more present in this one compared to what I remember. But I'm definitely also, again, as I said, picking up on these kind of toasted, kind of like burnt nuttiness, lots of caramel, toffee notes, maybe a little bit of molasses as well, dark fruits, almonds as well. It's got some kind of sweeter vanilla aromas as well. Usually that's what you get from bourbon barrels. A lot of bourbon too. Chocolate. It has this coca bean sweet kind of chocolatey flavor or aroma to it. Some coffee roasty notes. Toffee. Dark toffee. Yeah, it smells really nice. It's like a nice smelling barley, black barley wine, American strong ale, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to try this one with carbonation, so let's just give it a taste, guys. Cheers. Oh yeah, that's really nice. Yeah, I can see what they're saying, that it's more of a black barley wine actually. And this one has carbonation, but it's not a lot. I can definitely feel that my palate has gotten much more accustomed to beers like this. I mean, back in the day, I wasn't like I was getting into these kind of beers and stuff like that. It's more fun to try stuff like this now. It's awesome, but mouthfeel is not that big. It's higher side of medium, lower side of full. It's creamy, slightly dry too, but with flavors on it. I'm still picking up on the heat. Maybe I should have aged this a little longer, but what the hell, no, correct it. I just wanted to try this with carbonation, but a little bit of heat on the alcohol side of things. Oh well, I don't mind that. I'm picking up a lot of kind of chocolatey, roasty coffee flavors, some tar kind of like notes almost, like burnt kind of nuance. It also has a lot of dark fruit, a lot of caramel and toffee with that bourbon flavor as well. Hazelnuts as well, kind of like toasted hazelnuts. Vanilla with that oaky, charred oak component. Bourbon shines through a lot actually. And it's interesting because it tastes less vanilla-like and more like It tastes a little bit like you just dunked a little bit of bourbon in there almost, because it's got some of that heat you'll get in like bourbons, and then it's got more of that caramel toffee flavor, along with some of the hints of vanilla and like the charred oak and all. It's really nice. It's not like the best barrel-aged beer in the world, but it's really good. Rating-wise, for the Port Brewing older viscosity, I went 89 back in the day. I'm going to bump it up to 93. It's really nice, but it's not the best barrel-aged beer out there in my mind. Like the best dark beer in my eyes from Lost Abbey is Serpent Stout. Such an underrated beer. I had it this weekend actually. Awesome stuff. Yeah, they actually, if you don't know already, they do a limited kind of release of this beer blended with barrel-aged Serpent Stout called Churchill's Finest Hour. If you can get your hands on that, I'll say check it out, because that is awesome. I mean, it's got much more of an intense flavor than this one and more complexities, but this is still also really nice. I mean, 93 is a pretty damn good grade. So yeah, much better with the carbonation. That's a big plus as well. And then because I'm also much more into barrel-aged beers now than I was back in the early days of their use. So guys, definitely let me know what you think of Port Brewing's older viscosity if you've had it. As always, guys, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter. And yeah, I'm going to say cheers. And I'll see you guys in another review.